Let's get to rocking.
Hey
Hey,
Chris,
friend,
how
how
you
you doing?
doing?
Nice to see your face.
Yeah, how's parenthood treating you?
It's the best thing ever. Uh, it's so cool. Yeah, the shorty's downstairs with Mama Bear,
The
and she's
shorty.
sleeping. Like I took a break just to take a photo of her. She has her little passive aggressive fist. So she's, she's great. She's great. Thank you for asking. Shoni, you want to start?
Sure. My name is Shona Aird. I am a solar advisor with 93 Energy. We are an elite installing dealer. I've been working with 93 Energy for a few months now. Started in the height of Corona, which is an interesting time, but I love it. It's a good company with good values, treats their customers right.
When I had the opportunity to come and work for this company, I thought to myself, there's nothing more important, especially in this day and age with global warming, than finding ways for us to all figure out how to reduce our carbon footprint.
I went to school for biology and natural resources. I kind of grew up a Chicago City kid where I didn't necessarily think about my carbon footprint. I was the kind of kid that, like, if I was brushing my teeth, like, I left the sink running, notorious about leaving lights on, my AC running. And then I went to school and I started to really think about my environmental impact and things that I could do to make a difference. Immediately out of college, I was like, all right, I'm going to go into something with renewable energy. I think that's going to be my next career move.
This is something that I want to put forth my full effort. It's an actual tested science. It will do what it says it will do for the upcoming generations to inherit a earth that is the same or even better than what I have.
I was walking through my neighborhood in Chicago and I saw some solar panels, and happenstance, I kept walking around because I wanted to meet people during COVID who had these solar panels because I wanted to ask them what it was like. And the lady said, here, check out this website. It gives you a satellite view of your house and it shows you if your house is compatible for solar. So what first steps should other people take if they're interested in solar?
The best way to get started is just to contact one of us at 93 Energy. Every home is different. We're going to do a shading analysis. So we'll look at if you have tree cover, the direction that your roof is facing, to figure out if you're going to see enough sun on your roof that solar is a viable option for us. It really depends person to person. So the best way to get started is to just give one of us a call, get you the information that you need.
People are going to ask you, what happens when it snows? What happens when it's rainy? The sun's not out. It's cold outside. Do I still get any power?
Yes, definitely. ComEd offers a net metering program that essentially, when your panels are producing during the daytime, any excess energy that they're going to produce, you're actually going to push back to ComEd, and they're going to act as like your storage system. So come nighttime, you may not, your panels aren't producing, but that doesn't mean that you don't have electricity coming to your house. ComEd is going to technically be supplying that energy, but you're going to be pulling off of those credits that you sent back to ComEd. So when your panels are overproducing, they're going to give you a full credit for the energy that you push back. So even at nighttime, it's not like your lights are going to flicker because your panels aren't working or you're going to have no power to your house. It is a hybrid power system installed on your roof. So you are still grid tied. You're still going to be pulling from ComEd. You just not necessarily going to be charged for it.
So one of the main fears that people have is, if it snows, what happens with my panels? Are they going to be covered? Am I not going to be getting any energy? Well, the one thing that we have to know is that these panels are actually black. They're absorbing all the heat that's coming in, and the surface of the SunPower panels are an anti-reflective glass that actually retains a little bit of heat. That area will always be a little bit warmer, and it's very slippery. So it's made to let the snow slide down. There are other panels out there. People have seen them on other people's roofs that are covered with the snow. It is because that panel design isn't made to have the snow to bring in as much heat and to have the snow just slide off. If it isn't a bright sunny day, will my panels be producing energy? They are still producing energy. There's still light that's coming in through the clouds. And the energy that's produced from solar panels is on ultraviolet rays. Yes, they will be producing. They won't be producing as much as would happen during a bright sunny day. But if you have a panel installation on a bright sunny day, some days you might be producing 200 to 300% of the energy that you need.
I posted on social media that I got solar, and I sent a photo to people about how much power I was producing. The sun wasn't even like burning through the sky. Like it wasn't a peak summer month, but I was still getting like 75%. And then we got closer to noon, I was doing over 121%. And my friend who's in California, who also ordered 93 Energy, he said, yeah, sometimes I'm hitting 400%. And
That's
he
awesome.
showed me like he's making money off having a roof. Say, oh, solar is so expensive. How could you ever afford it? You're not gonna make your money back. Please tell the people at home they will make their money back.
You will absolutely make your money back. The biggest thing that you need to understand is to look at what you're going to be spending from ComEd if you don't go solar. In 2000, if you had a $100 power bill from ComEd, 2020 now, that power bill on average, it raised about 3% per year. You're looking at about 175. That trend is not expected to stop anytime soon. So if you have a $175 power bill right now, looking at the next 30 years, you're going to spend about $56,000 on power. Now, you may not notice that because, of course, you know, the ComEd bill comes in, you pay it, you forget about it. You're essentially renting your power. So people end up saving close to $30,000, $40,000 by going solar just because they are taking control. They're owning their energy rather than just renting it from ComEd, where you really don't have any control over the rate hikes. You don't have control over, you know, not necessarily how much you're using. Whereas with solar, you know, you get it installed, you start to get a lot more mindful of your energy usage as well. You're like, oh wow, like I had like, you know, a $5 power bill from ComEd. What is that? Maybe I'll start knocking out, you know, turning off some lights when I leave the room, or I'll, you know, get more energy efficient appliances. It's definitely, you're gonna save money off of this for sure.
And $5 kind of seems like the magic number. Like, unless you have a battery and you're storing your own power, you'll be attached to the grid. But it seems like we want to get close to taking whatever bill is $100, $125 down to five. That seems realistic.
Yeah, so there are fixed fees, of course, with ComEd. They don't want you to be completely independent of them. They still want to make some money off of you. So basically, you're still going to be paying them for having their wires running to your house and having their meter on your house. So those are fixed fees that we really can't really get away from. You're probably still looking at about $5 to $10 a month. But the ultimate goal is to replace your supply and delivery of your energy charges.
Look at the charges that you're actually getting on your electric bill. You're paying ComEd, and I think this is a fair charge for maintenance of their lines and fees to go into your house. It's a constant source of energy. It will always be there, and they need to maintain those lines and fees. But when you're looking at the power that you consume, right now, most people don't know this, but you're getting a fee for the use of the energy that you use, and then an extra fee on top of that, just for the transmission of that energy going into your house.
Not only are we going to come out and, you know, we're going to make it look good, we're going to make sure that your panels are working, but we also do offer a 93 Energy warranty.
The warranty with 93 Energy is 25 years. It's a full purpose warranty that covers everything on that roof.
We're going to cover roof leaks. If any wires start fraying, we're going to come out and do the maintenance for you. We're going to cover everything. We're going to make sure that there really is no maintenance. There's not going to be any further charges down the line, any cost to you, because we are covered under the warranty for our installing. Any panel is going to degrade. You leave it sitting out in the sun, it's going to degrade. Ours degrades at a slower rate. In turn, that is also going to affect your state incentive. How much money you are going to get from the state and how much you're going to save on going solar is absolutely affected by how good your panels are. There's the saying, you pay cheap, you pay twice. So some power panels, there's top of the line. These, you know, our science is tried and tested. Have a copper backing that makes our panels, they're more durable, so they're not going to crack. Even if they do crack, they're still going to be producing energy. So that's really what sets SunPower aside. Is it's just these crazy awesome panels. It's a higher technology. They're premium.
Tax incentive.
They offer a 26% tax credit this year for 2020. Next year is dropping down to a 22% tax credit, which is still some great savings. You know, you're not paying $30,000 out of pocket. So the total cost of your project, so installation and the cost of the panels, you get 26% of that back with your federal tax refund, assuming you pay federal income tax. Everyone that pays federal income tax definitely qualifies for this. You're saving a quarter of the cost right there. The other incentive that you get, the state of Illinois has mandated that 25% of our energy in the state has to come from renewables by 2025. So to help push that, they're offering what's called a solar renewable energy credit. It's the Illinois Shines program, where based off of how much energy you're going to be producing over the next 15 years, they're going to cut you a check for how much that is. That combined with the federal tax credit, you're paying less than half of that total cost of going solar, and that is how it's affordable. You're not paying that $56,000. You're not paying $30,000 in out of pocket. You're probably paying around $15,000 to $18,000.
A lot of people don't have the money up front. There is still an option for you. It is a zero down leasing option. We will go through. We want to show you as many possibilities as we can. Zillow did a study about solar and what solar means in different sections. In Illinois, the average homeowner, what they're finding out is that if your house has solar on it, you're getting about 11 times more views when you try to sell your house. It sells for about 4.1% over what it would have on normal market value. So it's another benefit of solar that we can't even see in the price. It doesn't come into fruition until your home sells, but you are adding value to your home whenever you put good quality solar panels on the home.
So I'm going to have strangers on my roof?
You're going to have some awesome installers on your roof. They do solar. They're electricians. They are quality installers. We've done everything from building a home from the ground up and then putting solar on it to multi-apartment renovations.
Nick came by. He checked out the roof. He checked out the attic. Says it looks good. The second time he was over the house, I wasn't there because my wife was giving birth to our daughter.
Yeah.
But I'm over here getting two babies. I'm getting my solar baby and my baby baby. And I came home with a baby and there were solar panels on my house.
You've seen SunPower panels before because they're on the Mars rover. They're on the space station. SunPower has NASA as one of their customers. There's over 550,000 installations, both business and residential, throughout the world. They create and they make every single component that goes into that system.
Regardless of your reason for going solar, to look back in 20, 30 years and say, I did something good for the planet and you are eco-friendly, you're really looking at your carbon footprint, or you're in it because you're like, this is going to save me money. I can replace my power bill at a lower cost and go solar. I can add value to my home. There's an end date on my payment. The great thing is you really don't have to choose whether you are in it for green energy or saving money. You get both.
Having a panel system installed is something that we can all relate to, especially here in the United States, and that's freedom. Being able to have your choice count, yes, you're choosing it for whatever reason, whether it be going green or for saving money. Most people are doing it for both. And the one thing that you do have at that time is knowledge of what your bill's going to look like every month. And really the freedom. You have a power plant that's sitting up on your roof that's now producing your energy in a safe, environmentally, but also safe for your home way. And I think that we can all sort of benefit and feel a little bit more comfortable when those two factors are put together. SunPower is an American company. It is providing employment for people going beyond just your solar consultants, people that are installing that panels on your home, people that are researching your projects for the businesses and putting together architectural plans to innovate solar into our world. Solar will provide jobs throughout the United States as the technology has already proven it is viable.
You are buying American, but you're buying from me, you're buying from John, you're buying from the, the owners of our companies. They're small, they're moms and they're dads, we have families. You are employing, you're supporting me. I currently am not a homeowner, so I can't get solar installed, but I am going to do it the second I buy a home. I'm going to max out on panels. I really do believe in this technology. I think this is a game changer.
I think that rocks.
All right, Chris, we appreciate you doing this for us. I know we were kind of nervous, but really appreciate you using your platform for this. This is absolutely amazing. You're really doing some awesome work. You're supporting local companies too,
This is Chris Jones. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this with a friend. You can comment, you can ask questions, you can like. All I care is that you're happy.
Chris, I don't know how you do this. Yeah, how did you do that on America's Got Talent?